Yo,
Seems pretty dope.
I love Denzel, and he hasn't had like an Oscar worthy role in my opinion. So I want to see like him step out and like take over. And I'm hoping this is that one, because he said he really loved working on this set. And he said it was his favorite because of how big the scale was of the set.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And it wasn't anything he's ever done before. So I'm really curious to see how it turns out.
But like, what's your favorite Denzel movie of all time?
Oh, I know. Okay, I love Training Day, and that's probably one of everyone's favorite, right? Training Day.
Yeah, that has to be up there.
I love Man on Fire. Love that movie. Man on Fire is that movie. But there's a lot of, in my opinion, some people say there's not one bad Denzel movie. I disagree. There's a lot of bad Denzel.
Everybody has a bad movie. Yeah. There's no way.
Like
at least
Al
one.
Pacino's my favorite actor. He has a lot of bad movies.
He does.
I mean, he has a point from like 70 to like 80 something,
Scarface
like a 10-year gap.
Is his best movie, bro.
Hits.
To this day, Scarface is his best movie to this day.
No, it's not. Stop it. You know what's funny? He actually said
I know
it
you
in an
hate
interview.
that movie so much. You hate it so much.
I do hate it. And people are like, oh, why do you hate it? It's his best role. First of all, he has the worst Cuban accent ever in the history known to man. Two, it's just a long, bad movie. And it got so many bad reviews in the theater. Al Pacino said this in an interview recently. If it wasn't for hip hop, he's talking about black people. If it wasn't for hip hop, the movie wouldn't be as successful or culture classic like it is right now.
It's a hood classic, bro.
But it's crazy, right? Like all these years later, because that was in the 70s. All these years later, people love Scarface. The rapper Scarface named himself after the movie.
But my favorite Denzel movie, I'll tell you right now.
What?
Of all time, John Q, bro.
John Q's good. John Q is good.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite, bro.
It's based on a true story, I believe, too, if I'm not mistaken. It's good. It just goes to show about how society in America works when it comes to health insurance.
That scene hit when his son was like, that made me cry, bro.
Nah, yeah, it's good, man.
But Lou don't cry. He don't have emotions, you know?
I hated American Gangster, though.
I mean, it wasn't a terrible movie, but I feel like I got overhyped.
It did, because you have Russell Crowe, who's a great actor as well. It's funny because they played together, and now he's in a movie without Russell Crowe that Russell Crowe was in the first one. Anyway,
that started, yeah.
But yeah, it was overhyped. There was a lot of actors in it, and that's based on a true story as well. But yeah, I think to me, Training Day is a great film. You know what's a really good movie? Philadelphia. Him and Tom Hanks. He's a young Denzel. He's a lawyer. I haven't
watched that one.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Tom Hanks gets fired from his job based on him being diagnosed with AIDS. And at the time, you know, people were, you know, like when Magic Johnson came out, people didn't want to play basketball with him.
You're gonna kill us. Yeah.
So it was kind of like that. So he got fired for it. So he ended up suing, and he hired Denzel to help him with the case. He ended up winning, but then, you know, he ultimately dies at the end. Tom Hanks. Great movie. Really, really good.
I never watched it. The first time I think I saw Denzel, it was a movie. I forgot the name of it, but he was like in the military. It was during like the Civil War. It was young Denzel. Like he had the baldy.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about where he gets whipped in that movie, right?
Yes.
I forgot the name of that.
The name of it, but it was so good.
Yeah, I think Morgan Freeman's in that too.
Yes, that was one of my favorite scenes. That scene was incredible.
Yeah. He's just like
looking there like, and the tears started going.
Yes. I'm telling you, he's that guy. Like Denzel is him. I love Denzel, and I love his son too. I think his son is doing great.
Stop using
what
terms that you don't use.
I use that, Chris. Don't tell me I don't use that.
When
I use when I'm playing Call of Duty, I'm him. Yo, Chris, why you trying to play me, bro? I'm cool. I'm hip.
Oh my God,
I'm hip.
Lou, please, man.
Yo, tell me, listen, people think I'm younger than what it is until you get in the chat and you tell people, oh, he's unk. And they're like, oh, he's 40.
No, because you're unk.
Nah, they come into the chat. Unk. They're like, yo, you 27, you 26. I'm like, yo, thank you.
Stop. Listen, like I said, we're aging well for our age, right?
Yes.
We're doing good for ourselves because there's people that I work with that are younger than me and look horrible. They're aging like milk. But no, man.
I
You
can say
age yourself too. You age yourself. Not in look wise. I'm just saying your brain. Oh my God. Like when I call you old, it's not because of how you look. It's because of what you say and do.
Nah, I know the terms. All right, TikTok has taught me.
He's him. He's
Yo, Chris is a hater. Yo, let us know in the comments if Chris is a hater, bro.
You've never used that word.
I use it.
Ever. You never texted it. You never did any of that.
You just be ignoring my texts.